and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Miss Lauren Riley. Now this is a video I've been waiting to film for a long time. It's my very first Q&A video. I put the opportunity to ask me questions out there a few weeks ago, and the answers have been, or the questions rather, have been collated, and now I'm just going to give you the answers. So I'll read through them one by one, but thank you for everybody that took the time to ask questions, and I hope this is interesting. It's just a way of getting to know me a little bit more and a bit more about what I'm up to. So somebody asked, are you ever going to start doing live videos on YouTube or Insta? The answer is, sorry, I've read that wrong, Twitter or Insta. The answer is potentially, but I feel like I've got quite a lot of social medias going at the moment. So my main channel would be Instagram or Twitter, which is both Miss Lauren Riley, if you're following me on there. And I also use Insta stories occasionally, and also Snapchat. My name on Snapchat is Lauren_Riley22. So there's quite a lot of opportunities to see me live and pre-recorded, including this channel. So probably not in the near future, but if you wanted to see more of that, put comments down below and I'll happily oblige where I can. This is a legal related one. How did you find a training contract or your first job in the legal sector? It's a really good question, and one I get asked quite a lot in interviews for legal press. So I did a straight law degree, and then after I graduated law, I went and did a business management scheme. So that took me out of academics for a few years and gave me some commercial experience. So I was actually really lucky to get my first training contract in my home county of Lancashire, and I got that relatively easily. I only made about 10 training contract applications, and I got the first interview that I sat. And the reason that I think I did that was because I was very true to myself. I went for a firm that fit exactly what I wanted to qualify into. So they were a large practice with family law, which is what I want to do, and also, yeah, I'd had that commercial experience, so I could talk quite credibly about how I was going to win business and a bit more on entrepreneurial elements than somebody who comes straight out of academics. So that's how I think I did that. Oh, how did you get so pretty? Oh, you guys. Would you ever consider going on TV again? Yeah, I mean, I would, but it'd have to be a really carefully selected opportunity. As everybody knows that's listened to me for more than 10 seconds, the Link app is my whole world at the moment, my business. So I wouldn't do anything to compromise myself. So you wouldn't find me on a reality TV show that was all about entertainment and things like that. Fair dues to anybody that does that, but my business is my #1 priority. So if I could fit something in around my business and it was something that I felt was a credible opportunity to showcase me as a personality, but as a businesswoman, then yeah, I would consider it. But it's not something I'm going after at the moment. I'm pretty damn busy as it is. What's your favourite shoes? Now I saw this one when it come through, so I have prepared an answer for you. I expect somebody was expecting me to say something super glamorous, but no, absolutely not. If I can't ever be, if I'm not in meetings obviously, you'll find me in something like these. So pretty much my favourite pair of trainers, so just a kind of plainish, dark Nike trainer that's kind of comfy. That's what I'd like to be in for comfort over style, because yeah, I'm just too old to tot around in heels that hurt. But obviously in meetings and stuff I will wear them, and I do like looking good. I do like having heels on, but they're really comfy. So then the alternative answer to that, which is probably out of all my wardrobe my favourite pair of shoes, is so they're Balmain, but they're not ridiculously expensive like you would find in department stores, etc., because they came out through the H&M collection. So they're about 18 months old now, but I've probably worn them twice because I just think they're so special. And here they are. So these, like I say, were the Balmain shoes via the H&M collection. They've got super cute gold detail, and they look awesome on. They make your legs look really slim too. So they are my favourite pair of shoes. Okay, next, someone says they've been waiting to ask this for a long time. How they can use differently / purposefully LinkedIn and Facebook, although both are social networking? Good question. The Link app, so from a business perspective, we have a Facebook page and we have a LinkedIn page, and they're both used fairly similar, although because we're a B2B business rather than a B2C, there's a lot more engagement through LinkedIn. Personally speaking, I don't use Facebook I have a Facebook account, but it's completely private. It's only for friends and family, and to be honest, I'm not on there a lot. I think social media is a great platform for business and showcasing yourself as an individual in business. So yeah, LinkedIn is great. The Link app gets a lot of inquiries via its own page and my LinkedIn, so that's, you know, exceptionally valuable to me. There's no secret to it. I'm very open on there. I post only about business because it's a business forum. I'll use photographs where appropriate, but again, only appropriate mediums. And I'll just talk about things that I think people would like to hear. So positive feedback from law firms that use our product, or articles that I do in the press that I will quote through there, and just generally sharing my opinion on topics of the day. Don't overdo that, so I only do probably every other day, maybe once a day tops, but only when I think there's something relevant to say. So that's how I would purposefully use those social medias. You could be a bit more playful with things like Twitter and Instagram, because of course they are for personal use as well, so I put more of my own my life on those, like to share pictures of nights out and family and stuff like that, which I would never do on a professional site like LinkedIn. So I keep the Twitters sort of a half and half or something like that. So that's how I use those. Okay, what gave you the light bulb moment for the Link app? Was it something you planned at university, or was it from your own personal experience? Again, a story I tell quite a lot through interviews, because it was completely organic, my entry into business. It wasn't like I thought, oh, I could be an entrepreneur. And to be honest, I'm kind of oldish for an entrepreneur. I'm in my 30s now. I don't think the concept was quite there when I was at university. You know, the likes of Facebook hadn't even been born yet. So the trailblazers hadn't gone before me. So it wasn't something I'd even thought about, being an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a lawyer, and that's where I was going, and that's the only place I wanted to be. So no, definitely wasn't at university. I had the idea for my business, which is an app communication tool between lawyers and clients. I had it sat behind my desk when I was a lawyer, because I was like, where is this application? This is crazy that people are still writing letters and typing out really long emails in this day and age when clients want things like that. So that's how I came up with the idea. And it wasn't probably an instant light bulb moment, because I presumed it was already in existence, and I did some research to see if I could recommend the tool for my own practice, and it wasn't there. So I was like, this is scandalous, someone's got to do something about that. And that's when it slowly started to burn as a bright light bulb after a while, rather than I'm going to do this today sort of thing. So I hope that answers that. Okay, being an entrepreneur is difficult or hard. What keeps you going after the bad days, and what's your secret? Yes, being an entrepreneur is hard. Best thing I've ever done, hands down, but it's difficult. There are days where you think something will go right and it doesn't, where members of your team don't perform as the way you need them to, sometimes yourself. And a great example of how difficult it could be is, I absolutely love Vegas. I've got a good friend who's getting married soon, and the girls are going to Las Vegas. They all booked their holiday last weekend, and even though I really want to go, I'd usually be the first person on that plane. I've had to say, I might go, I'd like to go, I'm committing to go if I can, but I can never tell when the business is going to need me that far in advance. So, you know, you have to sacrifice things like that, and maybe I'll be able to go, probably not if it gets too close to the date. So giving up one's social life, personal life is hard. How do you get around that? Being really focused on what your end goal is. So for everybody that'll be different. For me, obviously, it's taking the Link app and making it a communication tool of choice across an entire industry, and every day we make steps towards that. I'm super proud of myself, but of the business and of the team that I've got around me that are helping me to get there, or helping us to get there. And yeah, so it's just focusing on the end goal. If you have more good days than bad days, that's a really good thing to focus on too. If you don't, maybe reassess your situation. But there's no magic formula. I find exercise is helpful for one's motivation and staying power overall, but again, that's difficult to achieve, balance, when you're working in business. So it's all about mental attitude, focusing on goals, and trying your best to have as many good days in business as possible, which, you know, is usually pretty achievable. The bad days are the exception, of course. So there's no secret, unfortunately, but that's how I would focus on it. I see you're a fitness fanatic. I'm a bit too. How much time do you dedicate to working out? And did you or do you play a competitive sport? I don't play a competitive sport, to be honest. I've never played anything to any particularly high level, obviously like rounders, hockey, netball at school, but nothing beyond that. I was more a dancer, which is not obviously a sport, but I did that until my sort of late teens. How much time do I dedicate to fitness? Not enough is the answer. I've just been on a fitness retreat that taught me to get up early and work out. If it's cardio, I only need to do 20 minutes in the morning, 40 minutes in the evening, 40 minutes of weights if I was doing weights, which is not that much time to find, you know, sort of 40 minutes, 20 minutes to do the exercise, 20 minutes to have a shower before work. That generally is as much time as I'm going to get at the moment. If I can do that 3-4 times a week, I'm having a good week there. I would love to work out a lot more than I do, but we've already been over what occupies all of my time. Okay, what car? I have a love of cars. I sometimes would rather walk, but I drive. What's your advice for breaking through this habit, and what car do I drive? So I drive a Nissan Juke, which is like one of those little 4x4 things, which I think is super cute and really like. It's only a few months old. So that's the car that I drive. What would I say for breaking the habit? I don't know. If you know, tell me, because I drive far too many places. I tell you what was great, living in London. I didn't drive hardly anywhere when I lived in London because it's almost impossible. But outside of that, I do drive quite a lot. I do advocate walking though. It's healthy, it's exercise, it's better than driving in a lot of circumstances. But I always seem to be carrying a lot of stuff with me. So, hence why I drive a lot. And that's the end of my Q&A for now. I hope that was interesting. Definitely leave me some feedback below, some comments. I'd love if you shared this as well and subscribe to my channel. If it was good and you let me know, I'll try and do another one in a couple of months. So definitely have a think about things you can ask. I will announce it across social media when if and when I'm going to do anything else like that. But have a fantastic day, and thank you very much for watching.